Nigeria is struggling to win the war against Boko Haram, and now it's changing tack. National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki is outlining plans for a new, softer approach on terrorism. The new strategy hopes to prevent attacks by eliminating poverty, joblessness, unresolved conflicts and social injustice, which he says are thought to draw people into extremist groups.
Based on our understanding of the economic root of terrorism and global best practices in addressing them, we are working with the governors of the 6 northeastern states of Nigeria to design an economic revitalization program targeted toward the states most impacted by terrorism. Working with various stakeholders, we are currently designing a regional economic revitalization plan.
Some fear Nigeria's military is losing control of swathes of the largely Muslim northeast to radical Islamist insurgents. More than 150 civilians have reportedly died in Boko Haram attacks this month, adding to the 300 killed in February. It's one of the worst periods in the northeast since the sect intensified its insurgency 3 years ago. It's in the north's main city of Kano that attacks have decreased in recent weeks, but residents still live in fear.
We do go to church, but sometimes we fear. Even when we are in church, some people pray. Formally, we pray in the church and close our eyes. But now we cannot be able to close our eyes because we don't know when you close your eyes what will happen next. So we are praying for God's intervention in Nigeria.
Africa's biggest oil producer and second largest economy is a year away from a presidential election. Already the two main political parties are trading blame over the escalating Boko Haram conflict. President Goodluck Jonathan, who's expected to run for re-election in next February's vote, declared a state of emergency in 3 northeastern states last May and launched a military surge into the zone. But it's failed to stem the bloodshed.
It was after the state of emergency that we saw school pupils that were slaughtered in their sleep. It was after the state of emergency that a whole barrack was besieged and attacked and almost taken over by these insurgents. They drive in convoys, they don't move in one cars. So it is, their activities are in the open, and it is clear that the military cannot contain them. Because if the entirety of the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Police cannot contain a small insurgent such as Boko Haram, it shows the inefficacy of our military system.
With the largest standing army in sub-Saharan Africa and 20% of the federal budget allocated to security, around $6 billion, many Nigerians question whether the army is being properly managed in a country rife with corruption.
There are politicians that are sponsoring them for their own personal aggrandizement or ventilation of grievances against the government. So as 2015 is approaching, we expect that the scale of violence will escalate.
Many analysts believe the longer-term threat of instability is underestimated because it appears far removed from central Nigeria, where the capital Abuja is located, and far from the commercial hub of Lagos and oil-producing areas in the south. But if politicians pay armed groups to destabilize regions, this could give Boko Haram an opportunity to extend its insurgency towards the nation's heart. Clementine Logan, CCTV.